Good whenever, creeps. This is the third fucking time I'm trying this. Anyways, season 2, episode 16, Mute Witness to Murder. Starts out with the crypt keeper and a doctor's get up, and then we get into the episode. It's a couple's anniversary party, and they're having a costume party for some reason. Something tells me orgy reasons, but they weren't wearing the embarrassment mask because, you go to these orgies and they want you to wear a mask. So when you see these people you were fucking and sucking in, public, you don't want to both feel mutual embarrassment for the shameful things you guys did with each other's genitals. Anyways, everybody leaves this party. Husband and wife are out on the balcony. Husband says, "I'll be back. I got your anniversary present." And spoiler alert, it's not his dick, even though it should have been, because it's their anniversary after all. So he fucks off. The lady's looking out her balcony, and the neighbors across the way get home, and their lights in their apartment come on, and they're having a lover's quarrel. Excuse me. And the husband, he's just getting nagged at. The wife, you see her going, and the husband's just. So at that point, all you can do is, pick up a lamp and beat the hell out of your wife. So that's what he does, but that doesn't keep her down. So he grabs the drawstring off of the blinds and strangles her to death with them. And the lady across the way watching this, she goes, and she can no longer speak because she is so terrified at what she just witnessed. And then the husband comes back and does some kind of stupid voice that I can't remember. It's like, "Oh, I got your present. It's jewelry." But again, it should have been his cock, because she needed some, salt water or mule juice at the moment to, get all in her throat, and, maybe that would help her speak from all the trauma that she been through. Instead, the husband calls a doctor. So the doctor comes over, and who's this doctor that makes house calls at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning? Who knows? It's the guy from across the way who murdered his wife. Holy shit, can you believe it? I know. So, during this little altercation, he finds out that the lady knows that he killed his wife. So he convinces the husband to, take her to the old hospital that he works at, so she can get some help. It's not just any hospital, you see, because he's not any doctor. He's actually a psychiatrist. Why wouldn't this guy call a regular ass doctor 911 if he needed medical assistance or some shit? So she gets thrown away, strapped down in a padded room. The husband's like freaking out because he's only allowed to see his wife on these TV monitors, and he thinks the whole thing's screwy. Which, I mean, there's nothing keeping them there. They could like walk out anytime, say, "Hey, I'm gonna call the cops because you're holding my wife." And the wife, the whole time, even though she can't speak, she can write a note. Like before they even got to this point, like before he even called the doctor, she could have wrote a note saying, "Hey, dude across the way killed his wife. I was so scared I'm unable to speak now. Send help. Love, your wife." None of that happens. So The husband's like, I had enough of this. I'm going to get my wife back. Psychiatrist ends up killing him. There's a little character quirk that the psychiatrist needs heart pills, and turns out, he dies in the cell with the wife because he was going to kill her so she could never say anything again and he'd get away scot free. But oh, he ends up dying because he didn't have his dick pills or what the fuck ever. Tales from the Crypt. And then we cut back to the crypt keeper. He's like in a straitjacket in a coffin, says something about sucking dick, and we're out. This one was whatever. I mean, you've seen takes on this story before. The psychiatrist is played by, I forget his name, but he looks like a bootleg, not Superman from the Lois and Clark show, except he has like a gopher growing on the side of his fucking face. If you've seen a picture, I'm sure you'd be like, oh, yeah, that fucking guy, who cares? It's about how this episode was. Who cares? But if you care, you can head on over to dwnproductions.net. Check out my art, my mask bust props. You want some custom work made, hit me up. Maybe I'll be happy to do it for you. If you like t-shirts, and why wouldn't you, head on over to fastcustomshirts.com. Hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs inspired by everything you know and love and hold so dear to your heart. So check that shit out. Come back next time or don't. But boy, God.